So what is going on, everybody? How is everyone doing today? Daredevil19 here, and today we're going to be taking a look at the Mezco 112 Collective Dawn of Justice Batman. So let's get into it right away and start off with the box. So we do get a basic style box for Mezco's 112 line. On the top says Batman v Superman, Dawn of Justice. We do get the Batman vs Superman logo right there in the front of the box. On the bottom says Batman and 112 Collective. And then the bottom of it is the barcode and blah 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 stuff nobody cares about. And then here is the top of the box right there. And then here is the one side of it. And then the other side of the box. And then the back of the box shows a few poses you can get the figure into along with some of the accessories. And then this piece right here is actually a slip cover, so you remove that. And then we do get a cool black and white image of the Batman figure on the back of the box. And then on the front we do have a flap, so you could open that up there and it is magnetized. We do get the Batman logo on the left, and we do get the window with the figure and the accessories behind it. Looking pretty damn awesome. But anyway, that is the box. Let's get this figure open and take a closer look at Batfleck. Alrighty, taking a closer detailed look, and once again Mezco impressed the hell out of me with another 112 figure. First the Shadowland Daredevil, now this Batman, and this is my favorite Batfleck Batman in my collection. I'm about to sell my Mafex one because this one is so damn awesome. They did such an amazing job with it. Now the head sculpt here, outstanding job with the sculpt and the paint. Very nice work on it. The cowl looks great, and I love what they did with the paint. It has like looks like a gray type wash all throughout. It's similar to the Shadowland Daredevil, and I just love the way that looks. Very nice tiny sculpted detail around the eyebrows there and the nose and everything, and very nice sculpt and paint work around the eyes and on the eyes. They're both painted looking in the same direction. That is always a very big plus for me. Can't stand when you get a figure where the eyes are both painted looking in two different directions. So very nice job by Mezco with that. I mean, that looks like Ben Affleck. They've really nailed the likeness very well on this figure, and you only see half of his face. So nice job with that. Now the lower part right here around the neck, it has like a leather type look and a very nice texture to it. I kind of wish that they kept this same type of look on the head as well. I mean, it's really not that big of a deal, but very nice sculpt work around the neck there, as you can see. And then the cape has that same type of leather type look, and it just looks dope. Even the inside of the cape looks good too. Now, one thing some people don't like, they think Batman has too much cape, but Batman has cape for days. You can never say that Batman has too much cape because he's Batman, you know what I mean? And I do love the bottom of the cape as well. They gave it like a dirty type look with some brown added on there, so I think that looks really nice. And just the look of the cape looks so dope, like it's actual leather. And if you feel like it's too big, just fold it back. And it looks great. I think it looks better when it's folded. So I think Mezco did a very nice job with the cowl and the cape. Now moving on to the cloth clothing here. And once again, Mezco worked in cloth clothing on a 6-inch figure very, very well. I love the way the bat symbol looks here. It has like a very cool texture to it. So great job right there on the symbol. I love the way that looks, and it's nice and centered on the chest there, just like in the movie, so good job with that. Also, just be careful of the bat symbol because the black paint seems to rub off a little too easily, and I don't think that should happen with a $75, $80 plus figure. So just be a little careful with the bat symbol to avoid paint rub. Now we do get like these gray lines all throughout his suit, and I like the way that looks. And then we do get the utility belt here. Very nice gold paint all throughout the buckle and the pouches and everything. And nice sculpt work all throughout it as well. And then there's the back there. We do have like a little buckle there. And then we do have a peg because the grappling hook has a peg insert. And you could peg it right on there, which I thought was a very cool idea by Mezco. Now for the arms here, we do get the gloves, the gauntlets or whatever. And I do love these gold pieces here. I have no idea what they're called, but they just look badass. So very nice sculpt and paint work on them. Same with around the forearm here. Nice sculpt work all throughout the glove. We do get some sculpted lines here and there on it. And it does have that leather type look and that very cool texture to it as well. And they did a great job on the hands. We'll get into that when we get up to the accessories. Now for the lower part of Batman, kind of looks like he's smuggling an eggplant. So I think Mezco went a little overboard with that. But we do get those gray lines all throughout the cloth clothing as well. You can see his knees under there. And you kind of can see a little bit of the muscle definition around the chest and the midsection. Same with on the legs and the arms, even though he's still wearing cloth clothing. So they did a nice job with it. And you do see stitching on the inside of the leg and then going down the side. up the side of the torso, and then the inside of the arm, and then going down the back of the figure. And that's all where you see stitching, which is normal on clothing. So they did a good job putting the stitching in on these figures. Now for the boots here, it does have that nice leather type look, and then that same texture as well. We do get sculpted lines all throughout it also, so that looks pretty cool. Nice sculpt and nice paintwork where the gold is. This is a buckle around his ankle, and I do like the gold paint, nice clean paint, and the same with on the tip of the toes there. We do get some sculpted wrinkles on the top of the foot as well, which looks pretty cool. And then we do get some treads on the bottom. Love the way the treads look, and we do get peg holes. So overall, I think Mezco really knocked it out of the park with this Batman. They're really impressing the hell out of me with these 112 figures, and I'm really excited for more to release in this line. This Batman's definitely my favorite Batman figure that I own, hands down. But anyway, let's continue on. Moving on to the accessories, we get a ton of awesome stuff included with this Batman. So we do get 2 interchangeable heads. We do get this one here that comes on the figure out of the packaging, which is the normal type looking face, and they did a great job with the detail. And then we do get this one here, which is the angry teeth gritted face, and they did a very good job with the sculpt. The paint's nice and clean all throughout it, and both eyes are painted looking in the same direction. So very good job with both interchangeable heads, and they're very simple to switch out on the figure. And then we also get 3 batarangs, very nice sculpt on them, and I really dig that metallic silver paint that they used. So very cool that we get 3 of those. And then we also get the Bat Brander, which is a cool little accessory to include with this version of Batman. Very nice sculpt and paint on it. And there is a pair of interchangeable hands that is meant to hold this, which I'll show you shortly. And then we also get the smoke grenade, I believe it is. Nice sculpt on it. So we do get that. And then we also get the grapple gun, which is probably my favorite accessory. Very nice sculpt work on it. Nice tiny sculpted detail on the paint. Nice and clean all throughout it. Very nice job on this little accessory here. And then we do have the peg insert right there, because you can holster it on the back of Batman's belt there, as you can see the peg hole. And then it does go in on an angle like that, so you just got to line up the peg properly and then peg it in, and then there you go, you have him holstering his grapple gun, which is a very cool option that they gave you with the grapple hook. Not many figure companies do stuff like that. And then we do get 3 grapple hooks, so we do get this one here that's closed, and you just peg it into the bottom there, like so. So pretty cool looking. So we got that one. And then we do get this one here where the hooks are extended out. Peg that one in also. So cool option there. And then finally, we get this one here with the hooks extended out, and then it's connected with a very thin string, and then we do have like a tiny little peg on the other side, and that is supposed to peg into the bottom there. I haven't been able to get it on there yet. It's kind of a pain in the ass to do it, but once you get it in, it's kind of scary pulling it out because it's such a thin string. One thing I don't understand is why didn't Mezco go with like a bendy wire similar to what they used with the Shadowland Daredevil? So I'm not very fond of this accessory of them using a string instead of bendy wire, but it is a very cool option that they gave you with the grapple hook. So we do get that stuff, and then we also get 8 interchangeable hands. So we do get a pair of fists, of course, and very nice sculpt and paintwork on these, and we do get like a wash all throughout each interchangeable hand, and it just gives it a really nice look. And we do get some very clean paintwork on the gold on the knuckles there, and I do love the sculpt work on the top of the hand. That looks dope. So we do get a pair of fists, and then we also get a pair of gripping hands. And the right one is a trigger finger. As you can see, in the left one's just a gripping hand. So this is meant for the grapple gun, and this is meant for the smoke grenade and the Bat Brander. And it does have like a little gap in between the middle and ring finger, so you just slide in the Bat Brander and then just lift it up, and it just holds it perfectly. So very cool. Do that. So we get that hand, and then this one you could also have him hold a batarang, and then you could also put it in between the finger there. So you want to do that with those hands. And then we also get a pair of these open hands here. Very nice sculpt work. I love how it looks on the top of the hand. Clean paint work on the gold. We do get the wash, and I love the texture on the palms. And something else you could do with all 3 batarangs is put them in between each finger of the open hands, and it just looks dope. So you do that, and then a little bit of this, and then there you go. That looks awesome. So you could do something like that with all 3 batarangs. So we do get the open hands, and then finally we get the Batarang hands. And it seems like the Batarang is glued in between the finger and the thumb there. A beautiful sculpt and paintwork on this. I love the wash all throughout the hand. That looks dope. Nice clean paintwork on the gold there. Great job on all the accessories. So those are all the interchangeable hands. And then we finally get a Mezco bag, which is similar to Figma. I know some people like putting their accessories in here, but personally I just like leaving them in the package. But it is cool that they included a bag. So we do get that, and then we also get a stand, and these stands are just really well made. So we do get the base right here, and it has that very nice Batman vs Superman logo on it. We do have a peg, so you can peg it into Batman's foot, and if you want to use the entire base stand or whatever you want to call it, you can unpeg this. Just take the bottom part of the arm and just put it through there, and the peg just pops out, and you just hook up the stand like so, and it does articulate. At the bottom it swivels, then hinges back and forth, hinges in the middle, also hinges at the top, swivels at the clamp, and then it also hinges at the clamp. And they're just the best stands, I think, because you could have your figures up higher. It's just a very strong, sturdy stand for a figure. Now we also get the cape accessories. So we get this piece here, which you can hinge back and forth right there, and it does clip on right here. So you just clip that piece on like so, and then you bend it down. Then we get these 5 pieces, which are all bendy wire, and then at the end it's like a clamp that you're supposed to slide Batman's cape in each of them. So if you want to set it up and have them like in a jumping pose, you just peg all of these in like so. You just do it like that. This accessory I'm not really crazy about. I personally don't like it at all. I see why they do it, but it's just, I think it's more of a pain in the ass to do, and I feel like these clamp pieces will damage Batman's cape because you're supposed to set it up like this. Clamp in Batman here, and then say you want him like in a jumping pose. You're supposed to put the cape in like that. I mean, it's going to damage the cape eventually if you keep doing it, but you're supposed to get the cape in between each clamp like that. I'm not fond of it at all. It does look cool if you have it set up properly. I'll show you in a second, but I'm definitely not a fan of it. I would have rather them just put bendy wire throughout the cape. I think that would have been a much better idea, but it is, I mean, if you're a fan of it, that's cool, but it's just not for me. I'll show you what it looks like right about now. So this is what it can look like when you have it set up. I just put it together real quickly to give you an idea of what it looks like. I mean, it looks cool once you have it all set up, but I feel like it's too much of a pain in the ass to do it, and I feel like you're going to damage the cape, and that is something I definitely do not want to happen to my figure. But like I said, it's a cool option that Mezco gave you, but hopefully down the line in the future they figure out some other type of way to make you display a cape like that with their figures. But anyway, that is all the accessories included with Batman. Let's keep moving on with the rest of the review. Now for the height of the Dark Knight, it looks like he stands a little bit over 6.5 inches tall, and then here he is compared to the Mafex Dawn of Justice Armored Batman, the Mafex Dawn of Justice Batman, the Mafex Dawn of Justice Superman, and the Mafex Dawn of Justice Wonder Woman. And then here he is compared to the Mafex Suicide Squad Joker, the SH Figuarts Suicide Squad Harley Quinn, and the SH Figuarts Injustice Harley Quinn. And then here he is compared to the SH Figuarts Awakened Warrior Super Saiyan Goku, and the Mezco 112 Collective Shadowland Daredevil. Anyway, there's some quick comparisons. Let's keep moving on with the rest of the review! So now for the articulation, the upper neck joint, Batman can look up about that much, which is pretty good, and then down about that much. I wish he looked down a little bit more though. We do get very nice pivot there, and then it does swivel as well. The lower neck joint, we really don't get any movement at all. I can get it to swivel a tiny bit, but that's about it. Now for the torso here, we do get a point right under the chest, so Batman can go forward about that much, and then doesn't go back at all. We do get a tiny bit of pivot up there, and then it also swivels. Now for the waist joint, I can't get it to crunch forward at all, so that is a bit disappointing, but it does go back a really good amount, and then I cannot get it to pivot or swivel at all, so you get better movement at the torso joint there. Now for the arms here, we do have like a butterfly joint at the shoulder, so you can move it back and forth. And we do get a nice circular motion out of the arm as well. And then they do go out to the side, a lot more than 90 degrees. I wouldn't push it up any further because you're going to put stress on the stitching, and then you'll end up damaging your clothing. And then his arms do go up and down. It could go up about 90 degrees. I wouldn't push it any further than that. We do have swivel at the bicep. Double jointed elbows that bend in a little more than 90 degrees, so that's good. We do have a swivel at the gauntlet there, and then we do have a ball hinge at the wrist, so it does swivel and hinges back and forth. So very nice movement throughout the entire arm there. Now for the legs here, Batman can kick forward about 90 degrees, which is really good. Then goes to the back just a tiny bit, and then kicks out to the side about 90 degrees, which is really good also. And then we do get swivel at the upper thigh there. And we have double jointed knees that bend back pretty much all the way, so that's good. Now for the ankles here, they do swivel. They hinge up a really good amount and then hinge down a pretty good amount. And then we do get the ankle pivot. And I feel like we should get a little bit more movement out of the pivot going in. But other than that, I think we do get some really great articulation with this Batman. And you are going to get some very nice poses with this figure, as I'm about to show you right about now. But anyway, that is my review of the Mezco 112 Collective Dawn of Justice Batman. Hope you enjoyed it. If I had to rate this figure between a 1 through 10, I'd definitely have to give it an even 9. If you would like to know the price and where to buy this figure, you could head over to Agelessgeeks.com. I know he recently got this in stock, and don't forget to enter in codename Daredevil in order to get yourself a 5% off discount of your purchase. I will put more information in the description below. And if you would like to support the channel, don't forget to subscribe and click on that bell icon. And if you liked it, give it a thumbs up. If you didn't like it, well, Batman. But thanks for watching. I will see you later. Daredevil 19 here, and today we're going to be taking a look at the Mezco 112. So we do get a basic style box for the 112 line. On the top says So we do get a basic style box for the Mezco 112 line. On the top says Batman for V blah blah blah. So we do get a basic style box for the blah blah blah. It says Batman on the bottom, 112 Collective, and this is like a slip cover. We do get the logo on the front of the box for the movie right there, looking pretty cool. And this is actually a slip cover, so Mezco once again impressed the hell out of me with another one of their 112s. Alrighty, taking a closer detailed look, and once again Mezco impressed the hell. And the SH Figure Arts, eyes both painted, looking in the same direction, and same nice paintwork. Still is dope though. Just prefers which figure. And I do have two minor complaints, which we'll get into shortly. The head is on like a ball joint type of joint. So now for the articulation, the upper neck joint. Whoops. Very nice pivot there, and then we do get swivel. The lower neck joint. Man, what the hell?